Hey guys, this is T City from T City Full Cleaning Auto Detailing Service. I'm here to give you a review slash suggestion, and the suggestion is for all of my professional detailers or detailers who are deciding to turn their passion of detailing into a career, or new detailers, or whatever you want, or whatever. The review is on these two tile dressings. You got Blue Magic tile dressing and you have Black Magic tile dressing. Blue Magic comes in a gallon for about $30. You can buy it anywhere between $30 and $35, depending on where you buy it from. I bought this particular gallon from my local pressure washer supply shop, which is called American Wash Solutions. It's in Orlando, and I bought it for about, I think it was $31, $33 or something like that. But you can also get it on Amazon. Another company have it, the Blue Magic tile dressing, on Amazon, like American Wash Solutions. I guess Blue Magic make these labels for different companies that sell their product. They probably buy it by the 55-gallon drum and buy a bunch of gallon jugs and a bunch of labels and just fill them up. I'm not sure how Blue Magic do it, but it's an okay tile dressing. It's a few things that I don't like about it, about 3 things I don't like about it. Number 1 is, if you don't let it dry for a long time, it will sling off the tire and it will make a mess on the side of your car. I don't like that. I'm more the detailer that will spray this on a tire, and I'd rather for it to just sit there and dry than the detailer that will spray it on a tire and wipe it off with a fucking rag. I hate seeing that because it's just wasting product and you're wasting money. Why would I spray this on a tire and come behind myself and wipe it off all on a rag? So I'd rather it may take a little longer to spray it, let the car sit and dry before you drive it, just so it'll stay on the tire and not sling off as the customer's going up the road and make another huge mess on the side of the car. Another thing that I don't like about it is, even if you let it dry to where it don't sling off, it just don't last that long. 2 days, 2.5 days, it's gonna evaporate off the tire and you won't see any Blue Magic on your tire at all. That make good business sense, buying this. It make good business sense if you want the customer to come back sooner. But also the customer gonna get burned out on getting his car detailed. If you got a customer that like the way you detail cars and he only want to deal with you, but the only thing it is, your tire dressing don't last that long, and he's the type of person that love to see his car freshly done and love to see his tires shining, you're gonna burn him out faster, because every time he come outside and see that his tires need to be sprayed, he's gonna want to bring his car back to you, and only you, because he like the way you detail. But at the same time, he's gonna burn out faster. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in the short term, it make good business sense because you're gonna get that customer back probably once or twice a week. But that's only gonna last for a short period of time because he's gonna burn out. But if you use this stuff, he'll last a lot longer. This stuff will last on a tire. If it don't rain for a week and a half, 2 weeks, you'll still see this stuff on a tire. So you might not get your customer right back in. You might only, instead of doing 2 details in a week, you might only do 1 detail in 2 weeks with this customer. But he's not gonna burn out as fast. You're gonna have him a lot longer. And it's nothing like your customer coming in and you're like, man, my tires are still shining from 2 weeks ago. You know, it's money in your pocket for a long time with that customer. And another thing I don't like about this stuff here is, well, it was three things. It don't shine as bright as this stuff. It slings off the tire if you don't let it dry, and it don't last as long even if you let it dry. Those three things is what I don't like about it. What I do like about it is more economical to buy it in bulk, to buy a gallon of stuff. It just makes better business sense. You're gonna maximize your profits. But me myself, and this is the suggestion I was telling you guys about, I buy both of these. This is what I call staggering my chemicals. I buy a cheap chemical and I buy a more expensive chemical. It's the same type of chemical, just two different name brands. One cheaper, one more expensive. And the reason why I do that is I buy this stuff here and I spray this behind the tire in the wheel well. After you detail a car and you look behind the tires are shining, but behind the tire, that plastic that's behind the tire is dull and dirty and ashy, and you don't really notice it until you detail the car and you spray the tires and the tires are all shining. So I spray this cheaper stuff back there because it's not really seen. It just make the background look better, so to speak. So I spray this back there. I don't necessarily spray this on the tire. I spray this on the tire because it's more expensive. I like it a lot better. So what I call staggering my chemicals is, now I can use either chemical in either place. I wouldn't spray this necessarily behind the tire on the wheel well because it's expensive. But if I get slammed one day and I run out of this, or I forgot to get this, I still have this to back me up because I'm using them at two different rates. Never ever will I run out of both of these chemicals on the same day. It's impossible for that to happen because I'm using them at two different rates. Only way I would run out of both of these chemicals is if I'm just purely lazy and I run out of this chemical here and just don't go by the store and get more the next day. So I'm using these as a backup. Each one of them can be used as a backup because I would never run out both of these chemicals at the same day, no matter what. And I do all of my chemicals like that. My car wash or my car shampoo, I use a cheap shampoo for the foam cannon, and I use a more expensive shampoo for the bucket. And I use them at two different rates. I put 2 ounces of shampoo in the bucket, and I put 4 ounces of shampoo in my cannon, my foam cannon. So the cheap shampoo go in the foam cannon because I'm using a lot more of it. The more expensive shampoo go in the bucket. So by me using these at two different rates, I'll never run out at the same time, and I can use either one as a backup. I do the same thing with my interior dressing. I have I have a more expensive interior dressing and I have a cheaper interior dressing. The cheap interior dressing go on the toe kick or the threshold of the car, the bottom of the door, so to speak. That rubber piece that go on the bottom of the door. And I also use that inside the door pockets and places that's pretty much hid. I use the cheap stuff, but the more expensive stuff I put on the dashboard, I put on the center console, I put on the door, top of the door. So I'm using them at two different rates, and I'll never run out both of them at the same time. So I call that staggering my chemicals. I always have a backup. No matter how slammed I get, I'ma always have chemical. So, and even if I forgot to go to the store, I still got backup. So, yeah, T-City full cleaning. Blue Magic is okay. It's not the best in the world. It's got a few defaults to it that I don't like. Black Magic, absolutely love it. Thank you. T-City.